Finally, I've arrived at Hasse Fen. And how buzzing am I to be on a new lake. Never seen it before the other day. Never fished it, never leaded out in it. I love the thrill of finding out new lakes and new spots that never been fished. And you can see I've plopped both the long rods out already. I'm not going to reveal the wrappage because it could be a long campaign on here, and I'm putting a lot of bait in. So yeah, my bait consists of the ensign, hemp and a bit of wheat, and that's about it for now. I'm sorry I got the prototype in. I mentioned that red boilie or orange boilie. So I'm keeping it really simple here. Put 10 to 12 spoms on each rod. Got both rods out there long on the plateau. It's in about 3 foot of water. And I'm putting the third rod to the right in close, in some deeper water that I found at about 12 foot. So I've sort of got every aspect covered. Both them rods finally went out. Took me 5 attempts to get them 2 rods out. Not happy, everything's just gone wrong. I had to change all my rigs over. Obviously I've been fishing zigs the last two weeks at Bluebell. So everything went wrong, but got there in the end. One of the casts, my new line I'm trying out in a minute, frapped up on me, and I ended up hitting the clip beautifully as well. It would have been bang on the money. I had to pull it in because I had a little knot in the line, and then redo it, and then redo everything. Oh, it's just a nightmare. And then I'd pulled into something and blunted the hook point, so I had to make a new rig up. But anyway, both the rods out, bang on the money. As they are, I'd quite happily leave them until I went home in a night or two. It was really nice to be here. Oh, I'm excited, I'm so excited. You guys must know that feeling when you're fishing a new lake. It's got a good head of big fish in it, and they enjoy the feed, and they enjoy feeding on the bottom, which makes it a little bit sweeter. That coot out there is going down on old bait from when I seen old matey fishing here Sunday when I come down. So that's obviously a clear spot out there. It's worth having a little lead about on that tomorrow. So yeah, what can I say? Looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll get a fish this first session. Just fishing for a bite at a time. The water's so shallow out there, building big hits is probably a bit of a no-no, because getting the lead back in position will definitely spook the fish in 3 foot of water, especially a 3.5 or 4 ounce lead. So fishing one bite at a time, and hopefully I'll christen the lake and christen my new line with a nice 20 plus carp. I'll have to wait and see on that one. But I'm going to leave you with that because it's just started spitting again. I've just about got the house up roughly, just chucked it up. Literally chucked it up. I haven't got anything sorted out yet. I'm going to get on that third rod and place that out there in that little beautiful spot I found, and I'll give you an update before bedtime. I'll see you soon. So I thought I'd just check in for that early evening update now, just while I got the kettle brewing. Yeah, so it looks very promising, and you wouldn't believe what actually just happened about 30 minutes ago. I lost a good fish. Can you believe it? New lake, there's another 7 people on, and I get the first bite. Weren't ready for it at all, just absolutely screamed off. Clutches are done up pretty tight, and it still managed to strip a bit of line, and I had it on for probably 10 seconds. Hook pull. Ah, your gut just drops instantly. It felt a good fish. There's quite a few 30s in here at the minute because they haven't spawned. So it's a bit gut wrenching, but it's confidence at the end of the day. yeah, the rig let me down. The hook, basically the hook point had turned over. So I've put a much thicker wide hook on now, and I've stepped it up to a size 4. I won't be losing any more fish this year off here, hopefully. Not from, it's my own fault. It's bad angling, really. It's just the one rod, it's just typical, the one rod, which is the middle rod by the way, that went, I put an old rig on from last week, and I never usually do that, but like I say, I got here, everything was a bit of a mess. I was sorting all my lines out, changing all the leg clips over, and yeah, it's my own fault, rookie boy error. I know a lot of people do use old hooks, but I generally don't. And I'd sharpened it as well previously last week. So yeah, obviously it was weakened and it just turned the point and it just pulled out of the fish. So yeah, obviously I don't know these fish yet. I haven't had one, I haven't seen one on the bank. So I don't know, they might have hard mouths. So I ain't took nothing. No risks now, I'm not taking any risks now. Big hooks, razor sharp, and they'll be changed weekly. Because I still managed to strip line on a tight clutch. I should imagine it was a 25 plus fish. But there you go, that's carp fishing I guess. We'll all keep learning, even myself. The main thing is we're here and we're enjoying this beautiful evening. That'll be dark in about 20 minutes now. Kettle's on. Everything's settled now. Couldn't be happier. Like I always say, it's definitely worse places you could be. Could be sat at home in front of the TV. Don't get me wrong, I do love and enjoy, especially with Sky and stuff, but you can't enjoy moments like this on the bank. It's so nice to get a bite after on the bottom as well, after Swan constantly fishing tricky for 2 weeks. Oh, it's finally boiling. So, as I mentioned, obviously the lake's got lots of features in, and I love that in a lake. I really do love that in a lake. Lots of nooks and crannies. I think I found what I think are 3 beautiful spots, and we'll find out whether they produce fish or not. They're definitely not. I'll definitely say they're not the known spots that everyone would be. Oh guys, sorry, we've just lost the light. I finally sorted the camera out. The memory stick was finally full again. So obviously we lost the light now, we can't get no footage tonight. But I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Oh, and there's a little bleep on the right hand rod. Just see it lighting up down there. That's promising. But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and look at darkness. I shall see you in the morning bright and early. Well, here we are on the first morning at Hasse Fen, and things couldn't be better. Down there, you can see in the retainer, got a very nice mirror, a very good looking mirror as well, lovely big scales on it. And I also had another fish at probably about 19, low 20 throughout the night. And I had this one probably about half an hour ago now. And it wiped my other rod out. So I've had to redo both the rods, but both the rods went bang out back on the spot. So happy days on that one. So we're fishing again. And we've got a beautiful mirror. So I'd have been happy with 1 bite here at Hasse Fen on my first session, and I've managed 3 bites, 2 fish and a loss. So happy days, and I've just seen one roll over the top of the bait. They're getting hard on the bait, they're all over the ensign. So happy days on that. It's bright and early, and it's absolutely pissing it down. Well, it's just slowed down for a second as I turned the camera on, But all morning it's been absolutely chucking it down. You can see in my bivvy, look. I've actually got huge puddles, like 1.5 inches deep. So it's been tipping it down, and yeah, hence why the fish is in the retainer still, and I've only just managed to put the rods back out. But happy days on that one, and we'll shortly be getting her out and having a look at her. I'll see you soon. Right, here she is. That water's definitely warming up pretty fast now. Feels a decent weight. I zeroed the retainer. It's a new retainer. Oh my god, what an epic fish. Sorry guys if you're getting wet and stuff with the camera. Getting wet, sorry. Just letting her have a kick about on the mat. She can't hurt herself. Keep her low. Let her get it done on the mat. Oh, what a stunning, stunning fish. Proper made up with this on my first session on a brand new lake. And already getting stuck straight in. And have a good kick. Get it over and done with. Oh, it's a stunning fish. It's like a linear. It is a linear. Yes, what a start to the session. Like I say, I think it'd be better if I take her out this new retainer and have more control over her on the mat. I think that would be the way forward. I'll put her back in the retainer to return her. Right, so now she's on the little cradle. More control over her. She's got more room. I'll let her beat down. And I'll weigh her after. She looks mid-20 or so, maybe bigger. Real fat fish. Definitely been eating all the pies. Stunning colours. Guess that's to do with all the naturals in here. Come on baby. You're going to calm down. Just going to wipe the front of the lens. She sits and calms down. The rain's coming down thick and fast again. I'm going to try to be quick because the camera's getting wet. I want to get her back. Lovely linear. What a way to start. Perfect mouth as well. Absolutely perfect. I'll try and get her up now. I'll let her beat up a bit. She's had a good flip. Look at that for a fish. Hey? Yes. Oh, I'm proper wet at the minute. Both fish come in horrendous rain. I just hope it's not too distorted through the raindrops on the lens. But what a beautiful, beautiful, stunning hasse fin carp. Absolutely made up with this. Don't care what happens now. What a stunner. What an absolute beast of a stunner. I now feel her, she feels a bit bigger than mid-20. Got a nice big fat gut on her. A real big, thick, wide, broad head. So happy days. I'm going to show you the other side. Lovely coloration to her as well. I might be able to get a few stills if she behaves after. And we get this side up, which is equally as stunning. What an epic fish. Epic battle. Wiped my other rod out. Had me all over the place until it eventually slipped in the net. I'm going to get her back, so I think there's time for one more. And I'll see you soon, my baby. Mwah. Oh yeah. Here we are, 10 minutes after. You see me with the footage from that lovely beautiful linear carp. You can still see the pod and the mat down there where I had to do a runner. Just listen to the rain. The heavens are opened. I've got it done just in the nick of time and both rods back out. As I would have got absolutely tipped on. And it's been like this all night and all morning. Actually heavier than this for a while. And obviously the fishing's doing alright. Although I'm drenched, I'm now sitting here in shorts and stuff. But yeah, happy days on that one, eh? What a great start to a campaign on a new lake. 2 fish and a loss, and the one I lost actually felt good as well. So there we are. Just in the nick of time. I really wouldn't have wanted to get caught out in that. The camera's only just dried now. I've been drying it for about 10 minutes. That was just on the brink of me having to put the fish back in and not getting no footage. So the enzyme, what can I say about that bait, eh? You guys know, if you followed, you know what's going on. Don't think anyone else has had anything. I've been up most of the night, I haven't had any alarms going. It's very quiet over here. And oh, I just seen a carp up the other end there. Right, dead centre of the lens, if you can imagine the little square that I can see. It's right there on the other side of that island. So, things are looking good. I'm confident now, really confident now. They've had a taste for the bait and they've got down on it and gone mad on it. Hopefully that's a good sign for future sessions. I will add that it is crazily slippy here. Let me zoom out a bit there. A life jacket in my milk. There's a big steep hill there down to the rods and it's all clayey and wet and slippery. So I'm surprised I haven't slipped on my arse yet. But there's still time. There's still time for that. I'm sure I will manage to do that at some point. It's not like I'm drenched enough as it is. So I'm going to stick the kettle on now and have a well-deserved cup of tea and enjoy myself and watch the lake. I've just seen a couple of boshes a little time before I did the footage. Seen 2 mirrors come out. It might have been the same mirror, but 2 separate shows. So happy days on that one, and I shall speak to you this afternoon. See you soon. So, shortly after speaking to you, probably about 30 minutes after, on the last little update, the middle rod ripped off again and I've got another good mirror. It's one of the Simo strains. There's a few different strains in here, but it's a right big fat pig. And I'm going to get her out, let's have a look at her, see what she goes on the scales. Feels like a right lump. Can you believe how we're getting on now? Can't believe my luck really, first session down like this. I think this is a 30 as well, believe it or not. A little butch. It is so fat, it's unreal. Right, let's weigh her straight away. The scales are a bit wet. Oh, 32 and a quarter. Wow. What a pig. Wait till you see how fat this fish is. She come in a bit like a dog on the lead, then she got in close and gave me the run around for about 5-10 minutes, trying to bury in that margin weed, that thick Canadian and that. Oh my god, this is one of the fattest simmos I think I've ever caught. That's as deep as it is long. But I will say in absolutely perfect condition though, I must say. Not a blemish on it, the mouth is immaculate. And in there is all my bait. It's just going through the retainer. So lots of crunchy bits in there. Right, I'm going to get a bit of water on her. I'm going to get her up and have a look. If she don't, hopefully she'll behave. Come on. It's going to be quite a tricky one to hold this. There you go, proper humpback on it. Crazy little Quasimodo looking carp. Proper hump on that, but still the right character. It's always nice to get a 30 out of the water this quick. And I don't mind if I'm pick the occasional fat simmo up along the way. There's a lot of stunning fish in here, a lot of good linears. Look at the mouth, look how thick this fish is. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Oh. Right, so get her up one more hold. Say bye to the camera, Quasi. Right, I'm going to get a couple of steel picks now and then slip this beautiful girl back and try and get another one. See you in a bit. Here we go again. I'm on fire. It's all kicking off. So I just lost one. I basically just had a double take. It's not long after the 30, probably 10 minutes. Got the rods all back out there. And the left hand rod tore off. Hook pull. And as I've just reeled it in, I've just seen a vortex in the middle of the lake. The middle rod's just ripped off. So I got onto that, managed to land it, took me through 3 weed beds. I had to go around and get the boat. So I had this fish on for 40 minutes. It's not a huge fish, but it definitely knows where to go when it's got a hook in it. That had every weed bed out in the lake. But it's a nice scaly one. That's a real muscle packed male. Oh my god, I've got to run. I've actually got to run on the other rod. I've got to put this fish back quickly. Might have been a liner. Okay, I think it was a liner. Either a liner or I just got done, one of the two. Line picked up out the window, out the water, sorry, and pulled the bobbin up 2 inches. I was watching the line peel out the water. Then it all just went back to normal. Must have been a liner. But anyway, back to this little beauty. Could you ever imagine a first session like this? These are some stunning looking mirrors, they really are. Another fish. All over the bait. That's the main thing. People must be watching thinking what's going on over there. It's carnage. Just get his breath back for a second. So I'm absolutely knackered by the way, so I'm going to hoist her up. You're only going to get a quick look. I'm going to get him back only because he's a pretty fish. Huge tail. Had to row right across the lake with a boat, but a real nice chunky mirror. Huge tail on it, no wonder it beat me up a little out there. Stripped a lot of line at long range. What a stunning fish. Well, I weigh her just before I put her back. Not a huge fish. Keep them controlled, keep them down. If they want to flip, let them flip in the cradle. Make sure no harm comes to them at any cost. More water. Calm him down and get up for one more look. What a pretty carp, what a unit, what an absolute unit. Can't believe it. First session success, happy days. Right, I'm going to give her away, maybe get a few still pics, and I'll see you shortly. Wow, manic. Down it comes again. Managed to just pinch 2 rods in there just before this kicked up about 5 minutes ago. We're fishing again. Sometimes you can't beat rain when there's fishing. You're in your bivvy all tucked up, look, all tucked up here. You're nice and dry, just about, apart from down here, with a little bottom foot, but fishing an open front as well. And yeah, happy days. I feel a lot better now I've got the boat in front of me. I know there's going to be no more fish, well I've only pulled out 1 fish, that's just a hook pull. So, oh no, sorry, 2. So how many bites? 1, 2. So I've had 6 bites. Wow! 6 bites in 24 hours. That is insane. Not even 24 hours to be fair. When you get it right, you get it right. I thought this would be a good starting point, this peg. And I thought it'd be a good place to get some bait going in. And it's paid off beautifully. I'm going to save on the battery now because you never know, if it carries on like this I'll need to save on every bit of battery I can get. and I shall speak to you soon when I'm sorting that other left hand rod out. Right guys, the reason why you ain't had an update for me today, it's about 11 o'clock in the morning and I haven't stopped catching carp. Awesome. So I've got one in the sling, good sized mirror, I've put two back and I've just landed a nice common. So I'm going to get the common out now quickly and have a look at her. And it's a clonking common. Oh, it's a proper unit. I haven't even unhooked it yet. I've ran out of retainers. There we go. I've got another retainer in the van. I should probably go and get it. Because look at the size of this. It's definitely up there. It's got to be close to a 30. A muscle pack common. But let's imagine she's around the 28 mark, maybe 30. And she's just come to life now. So just kept her on my arms, or him. Look at that for a fish. That is insane. What a common carp. Oh mate, this is mental. This is my best session fishing I think I've ever had. It is crazy. Look at the mouth on her. This is epic. I feel like I'm actually in France. This is better than France. Look at that! That must be 30 pounds. But I'm going to have to put her back because I think I've got one just as big in the sling. Oh. We'll count her as a upper 20 or a low 30. And we'll say it's lesson learnt. Bring 2 or 3 retainers for this place. Although the action's not usually nearly as good as this. It's turning out to be now. Get a quick show on the other side. Actually, I'll get a picture quickly. Here's the other one. And I think I've had 5 today. 7 bites within sort of yesterday, last night. Had one before bed last night. I can't believe this fishing is mental. It's mental. By the way, this doesn't always fish like this. Actually, it never usually fishes like this. I'm proper knackered. I dived in the lake earlier for a carp. It snapped my line in close. I can just see the line. So I actually dived into the weed like some sort of crazy penguin and got the line. Got a lovely mirror here. I had this just before that common. Probably 20 minutes before that common, I had this run. 20 minutes before this one, I had a fully scaled mirror. And now I'm going to give her, as soon as she calms down, I'm going to give her a little weigh. Because that common was bigger than this, looking at this. So we'll find out whether that common was a 30 or not right now. Definitely be bringing me other retainer next time. Yeah, this one's 28.5. So the other one was definitely a 30, the common. That is quite a piece bigger than this. This is a real lovely mirror. Lovely big scales on it. Beautifully proportioned. Let's try and get her up. Crap everywhere. All in the mat. And this fish is stunning. Fin perfect, may I add. What a unit. I actually can't see my screen at the minute, so it's a bit of guesswork because it's all blurred up from where it got damp and the sun. The sun's been sort of misted it up a bit. look at that. What a lovely, cracking mirror carp. Big plated scales. Oh man, made up with this one. As I have all of them, I am all of them. And to have a £30 common shortly follow this, beautiful. I'll flip around, get a quick look at the other side. So I know if I caught her again, she's got a little fade near her head on this left hand side. Get her up one more time. And there she is. 28 pound of stunning hasse fen mirror. What an epic session. Can't believe how my luck's running this year. Just getting better and better and better and better. Just when you thought it couldn't get better, it just gets better and better and better. I told you earlier on in the year, you guys have followed me right through. I usually know when I'm going to have another good year. When it starts off like that with a 30 and followed by so many big 20s. And then through January and February I knew it was a good year. But I'm going to talk to you guys shortly when I finally get the kettle on and finally have something to eat. I'm going to get a couple of steel picks and slip this baby back, and I'll speak to you soon. Finally, a little halt to the action. Thought I'd switch the camera on, give you a little nice view. A couple of fish mooching out there with their backs out. I don't think you can see from here. There's a few fish about. It's nice to see it on a brighter day. Obviously it's the first time down yesterday. It's been miserable for the last 30 hours. Proper raining, hard, grey, dark. And it's nice to see it out there. It's a different world out there. You can see all the weed beds and everything now. So what an epic session. I'm not expecting another bite, but if it happens, it happens. I think I've had about 12 bites now in 36 hours. And I've still got 6 hours left or 5 hours left till I go home. Both the rods are reset. So every chance of pinching another bite, you never know. I'm just fishing 2 rods. I'm allowed to fish 3, but I'm just choosing to fish 2 at the minute. Everything's going well, so why change what's not broke? It's much easier around the weed beds as well, just keeping it away from one line. So yeah, I like to say, I'll just put it out there, code is cracked. There it is. I said it. I don't want to sound cocky or nothing, but first session down and I've clearly cracked the code, and I think I can move on from this, and I think I can get a lot of fish out really fast. But there is a small window of opportunity. This does completely shut down in the winter, and obviously it's already late May and this is only my first session now. So I've got a few months to really go at it, and I'm going to go at it hard. I'm going to try and get as many 30s out as I can in the next sort of 2 months or so, next 8 to 10 weeks. So yeah, happy days on that one. Had a couple of cracking fish, some cracking mirrors. Had that little deformed Simo with a hunchback. I think it's called Quasimodo or something along them lines. Big mutant looking thing. But then I've had that lovely linear. It just goes on, the list goes on. I forgot how many fish I've even had at the minute. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling. I finally just sat down and had my first cup of tea of the day, and it's 12 o'clock. And now I'm going to sit back and have some chicken fajitas, because I haven't even had breakfast or lunch. So yeah, just going to peck at some chicken now and have a big munch on. And I shall speak to you when I either leave or with another bite. Who knows? Epic. See you in a bit. Well, just if it couldn't get any better, first session at Hasse just keeps rewarding me with his stunning carp, and I've got the big linear now. All 32.5 pound of her. She's an absolute unit, full of character. The bailiff's just come round to confirm that it is the big Lynn, the old one at least. She's just going to have a little kick. Let me pop that back. And yeah, hold on. And there we go, we're in. Give her a bit more water, keep the water going on, as I always say. No matter what time of the year. Let's get her up. definitely a bitch that. Just gonna let it calm down. Just gonna turn her back around, she managed to flip. Hopefully this time she'll let me get her up. No. Keep her low to the mat. Keep her under control. She'll tell you when it's time. And there she is. Look at that. What a beast. Beautifully proportioned. Fin perfect. Little cut in the tail there, so you're easily recognisable. Perfect zip linear. Look at that, what a creature. Can you believe it? It just gets better and better this year. I'm going to slip her back now, get a quick couple of still shots. I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Right, finally another little dampen in the action. After that epic few fish, finishing off with the big linear. Made up with that, probably the nicest fish in here. Banked on my first session down. Couldn't ask for more than that, but hopefully I've got a feeling that it can get better. I don't think I can top this session with pure fish numbers. 11 fish, 13 takes. But I do think I can come here and get a couple of bites of a couple of big gals when I next get back next week. I'm raring to get back next week and start the session fresh again. I feel like the session slowly burnt itself out now. There's someone else waiting to get in behind me. I don't blame them one bit, because obviously there's still a few fish milling about. But for this week I'm going to say bye now. I'm running out of battery, I've had so many fish. And yeah, I can't believe it, proper hauling. And I will just say this, don't think this lake's easy, just because you've seen what I've done this session. It's not easy by any means. There's a couple of guys across there who's been here 5 nights and only had 3 fish, and they've all been under 30, so... They don't climb up your lines here. It is a clear, weedy gravel pit, and they've seen it all over the years. I just got it right on the day, and got everything just right. And you know, if you don't get it just right, you're not going to catch it, and that's the thing. A few people have had the other bite. 1 or 2 fish have come out across the other bank, but in general it's just been mainly me. So I feel lucky to have plopped myself in the right spot. It felt right, this peg. I mean, when I come down Sunday, everything come down to this peg. I knew where I needed to be. I was already 1 step of the carp, and then I thought, well, I just got to crack the code feeding wise, and I've clearly done that. And I think there's more fish to be had, and I can't wait to get back up part 2. But I'm going to leave you with that, and if you hear from me again, it will only be with a fish. Hopefully, I'm hoping there will be another fish. I've still got about 1 hour and 15 minutes. But as for now, that big pile of mess up there in that bivvy where I've been changing rigs, sharpening hooks, making new rigs, sorting leaders out, sorting everything out, re-spooling reels. My hard work, and I've caught a lot of fish in the rain. I've been soaked this whole session. Didn't bring no spare clothes with me like an idiot. My wader's got a hole in, they've been chewed through by the mice at Bluebell. Everything went wrong to start off with. The 2 rods took me 5 casts to get out. Usually I'll get both rods out first time, you know that. So it started off a bit pear-shaped, but then it all come together after my first bite on the first evening, about 8 o'clock time. That instantly gave me a bit of confidence. And then once I had that first fish in the net, you couldn't stop me from that. The confidence was brewing, and with confidence comes good fishing. And I pulled it together and made it happen. So I'm going to leave you with that for now. Hopefully these beautiful girls will tear off one last time. I love my little babies, they do me so proud. Especially through all this thick weed, you really need to be able to rely on your rod. And getting out at the long range with big leads, they do all that for me. So happy days on that. All round, buzzing. I think I'm going to be buzzing for the next few days. And then by the time I stop buzzing on that, I'll be buzzing to get back down here and I'll see you for part 2 at Hasse Fen. See you soon. Happy days.